coverage of the American Le Mans Series resumes today north of the border in Canada. It's the GlobeMegaWheels.com Grand Prix of Mosport, where the exotic $1 million sports cars from makes like Audi, BMW, Porsche, and Dodge will be wheeled by top drivers from throughout the United States and countries around the world. BMW drivers Jorg Muller and JJ Lehto lead the standings, but it's the drivers from 5th place Frank Biela on down that have everyone's attention. They are the drivers for the mighty Audi team that have been holding everyone's rapt attention of late. Now time for a look at the Dodge starting lineup. On pole, the Audi R8 of Le Mans winners Frank Biela and Emanuele Pirro, new track record speed alongside the Paynos of Jan Magnussen and David Brabham, winners at Nürburgring. The second Audi of McNish and Capello starting in 3rd position, with the second Paynos of Johnny O'Connell and Hiroki Kato starting in 4th. Disappointing qualifying for BMW. JJ Lehto starts 5th position. In 6th, it's Stefan Johansson who will start in the Reynard. Audi and Paynos on the front row coming down for the start.
Oh, contact!
Before they even get the green flag.
Amazing, and that really is wheel spin. I would watch for something. They have to be so careful on this lap. That shows you how little traction they all have right now.
See the yellow flags up around the course. The start has been waved off. It was not a good start. In fact, I was kind of surprised the field was single file when they came off the corner. Nobody was doubled up at all, so the start has been waved off. You'll see the corner marshals with the yellow flags up. The start has been waved off and the yellow flag should be up, but it looks like they're sure at full song.
Yeah, you know what? I've got a feeling. Oh, look at the Audi. Dives down the inside. Oh, wow, what a move. That really was a bit of a shock. And I think what may have happened is that they might have been holding the yellow flags out because of the slippery nature of this surface. Try and give the drivers just an added degree of safety going around. That caught all of us by surprise.
I'll tell you, Bill, though, the communication we're getting from series officials are that this is still no start. The yellow flags are still up around the course. You see Jan Magnussen once again ducking up to the outside of Frank Biela for what is supposed to be a double file start. Here we go, green flag.
It's a great one, too. Look at Magnussen. He is going to push the Audi all the way down into turn 1, but cannot hold off. Again, the ability of the Audi to absorb the bumps. And there at the exit, see how the cars bounce over there. That potentially is so dangerous and so heart-stopping for all of the drivers. You're coming off this corner at about 125, 130 miles an hour under full throttle. 650, 700 horsepower is trying really hard to pitch your car sideways. Not a good fun spot there with the bumps.
Remember that we've said the weather is going to be an issue. You see a couple of dots on the camera lens there. We have a report there may be some rain sprinkling at a couple of sections on the course. So that will give the drivers fits as they go through these opening laps. You watch the 77 car, the yellow-winged Audi there, being driven by Alan McNish, winner at Sears Point last race out, trying to put a move for second spot on Jan Magnussen and the red Paynos.
Oh, and Magnussen got a great
goes
draft.
For the race lead.
He's got a sensational draft up the straight, but now can he outbrake him? No, the Audi dives in deeper into turn 8, 135 miles an hour through this corner here, then just a stab on the brakes, drop a gear, and then back up here onto this quick little corner that leads onto the front straight.
Things are changing here in Mosport. We are under a full course caution, actually wrapping it up. Here's the cause of the full course caution. It's up at Moss Corner.
Yeah, coming down here, you can see one car just getting loose under braking, making heavy contact with the Dick Barber car. That's the Wallach and Bassett car. The car that caused it was into the pits, but the problem is much more than just that.
Pit stops here under the caution flag. Many of the leaders came in, not because they needed fuel, but because it started raining.
And it's a big gamble at this point. You get a number of different tires available. The tires that these fellows are putting on right now, the number 1 car initially went to an intermediate tire. I don't think that works because a lot of the other cars, the number 2 car, for example, we heard from the pits, they did go to a full wet setup. And the BMWs have gone to full wet. So JJ Lehto, who also is one really fine rain driver. Oh, and this, oh, look at the Paynos in the background. The Paynos spun coming out of turn 10. We saw them. You can see there's another car sideways. There's cars all over the place. There's a waving yellow in the background there.
Looks like one of the Alex Jones cars.
You're
there
right.
It is. There is chaos on the racetrack. There are cars crashed everywhere. There are cars in the pits, out of the pits, different tire strategies. The whole running order's been jumbled. That's the number 6 BMW of Brian Simo and Johannes van Overbeek.
Here's a replay, the number 22 car trying to go down turn 2. Look how loose this is. Incredible. He's trying desperately, keeps his foot on the throttle, and finally,
Now, here is the lead group. It is basically the two Panos machines and the two BMWs. But look at how careful they're all being on the slick racetrack.
Now the one Panos appears to be visibly going very, look at this.
Challenge for the lead.
Wow.
Here comes Magnussen. He's just going to go right around Biela, who looks like he's off the pace.
Holy man. Well, that is...
He just wave him through.
That's almost like in a different class right there. Magnussen is flying right now.
Safety car is coming out onto the course, possibly to go pick up that BMW that we saw up against the wall there on the Andretti straight.
I'm sure you're right, Alan. I think that's a perfect call.
Back at Mosport, green flag is in the air after the stuck BMW was removed from the side of the course. We're racing once again. Down to the inside comes Alan McNish in the Audi, jumps ahead of Jan Magnussen for the race lead.
Boy, and Magnussen had a huge power slide coming off turn one there, tried to get power down. McNish did a great job. Ideally, you want to try and get out back because look how clear his visibility, I mean, comparatively clear.
Yeah.
It's still a lousy day, but he doesn't have the spray from other cars throwing up added water into his visibility.
Stories at this point, the weather obviously making track conditions extremely treacherous. Look at Magnussen just tiptoeing around that corner back there in the Panos. And the fact that the other of the Audis, the Frank Biela machine, came down pit road under this yellow and made a change of tires. It has dropped him back into the field to 12th position. He'll try and pick his way back up through the traffic now. Here's the GTS leader. Ron Fellows there in the yellow Corvette, and just behind him comes one of the BMWs, Bill Oberlin with a big slide. Oh, going around.
Oh boy, and he's hard in the wall. I think we're going to get another pace car right here and that fast.
That should be Jim Matthews in the Reynard.
Now, hard into that wall. That is exactly what happened to the Olive Garden car, one of our regular competitors. Didier Duradigas came off that turn in the dry, was unable to get power smoothly down. It just vaulted the car back over to this wall.
Duradigas suffering a fractured vertebrae in his back, and that team withdrawing that car, and Jim Matthews obviously done for the day. So, here comes the safety car one more time to pick up leader Alan McNish. Back at Mosport in Bowmanville, Ontario, you're looking at the new leader of the GlobeMegaWheels.com Grand Prix of Mosport. It is Jan Magnussen in the Panos. While we were away, things have gotten interesting once again. A race that has been strangely chaotic from the start, first by the weather, now by a penalty. Alan McNish, the race leader, there in that car, has just climbed back to second place. He was the leader a moment ago when we went to the break. He went down pit lane because of a problem being a black flag.
The black flag for passing under a yellow flag, it really was something that he knew right away that he did it. He waved the car back around, but unfortunately that doesn't cover his moment of indiscretion.
There's the new leader of the race, Alan McNish, the Scotsman, who we saw get the stop-and-go penalty earlier, then powered his way back up to put pressure on Jan Magnussen for the lead. Here's the pass at which he got the top spot.
It was pretty slick coming off this final corner. Look at this. You see the Panos get loose just for a moment. McNish is in a straight line. He's already got the power well and truly applied. It was all over. Now look at this from the back view. A real good straight line. Part of the secret of wet weather driving is to get the car as straight as possible. Obviously not what happened here. This was later on. Magnussen was pushing very, very hard, as they both are. Lost it coming off. That's turn 3 right there. Got it turned around and bumped up against there. Now that's the other Panos.
That's the other Panos. That's O'Connell.
So they are both having problems today on this track.
There's Ron Fellows, who started on pole in the GTS class, or the car that Fellows started. Andy Pilgrim has just gotten aboard. They are no longer the leader in that class. Ron Fellows giving way to his teammate Andy Pilgrim and not getting quite close enough to the pit wall to get the fuel rig hooked up. Cost him some time, and so it has put the Viper of Olivier Beretta and Carl Wendlinger into top spot in GTS. There's your GT leader, Bruno Lambert, in the Alex Joe Porsche, leading that class as we go back racing once again. You see McNish blasting away. There's Stefan Johansson, the second place car, that gray and red machine, the Reynard, trying to stuff his way to the inside of the couple of the GT cars in turn 1.
Yeah, he did a great job right there too. He just took advantage of a little bit of open track, and now he has given himself excellent visibility up ahead.
Now the race here is for position between the BMW and the Audi. The 43 BMW, the white car there, is running in 4th place. That is Jean-Marc Gounon, who's in behind the wheel of that machine. And the 5th place car, the Audi, is being driven right now by Manuele Pirro. But they're a lap down. As up the outside comes Pirro.
Look at that. He went around the outside of the BMW on turn 10 as if the BMW was a different class of car.
You're looking at the new race leader. That is Jorn Muller. in the BMW. While we were away in that last break, more wholesale changes in this race. We had a quick caution flag when a couple of the slower GT cars tangled at that spot on the racetrack off turn 10. Everybody except this car ducked onto pit road. Most of them made driver changes, and so that puts the BMW up into the top spot for the first time all race. Alan McNish, who had the leading Audi in the lead, has now given up that car to Ronaldo Capello. They are now running in second spot behind this BMW. Running third is Guy Smith. He's taken over the Renard under the caution from Stefan Johansson. Let's go back to the GT class leader, the slower of the two production-based cars. This is Bruno Lambert. Here, driving the number 23 Alex Job Racing Porsche, the favored Dick Barber Racing Porsches. Both have run into problems. We saw Bob Wallach get run into by a slower car and have a tire go down and some suspension problems. The other car, the Muller Lure machine, went out early.
Look at this battle. Now, this is tremendous. This is Andy Pilgrim, who's taken over from Ron Fells in the Corvette. He's going to do it right there. That's the top of turn 2. Oh, my heaven, you cannot pick a braver place to put a pass on. Pilgrim, just incredible. I'm sure that the Viper did not expect anybody to try a pass right there. That was amazing.
Pilgrim by Carl Wendlinger in the Viper. So It is the Corvette who goes back out on top. The BMW, the white car, second of the two in the screen there, is Jörg Muller. He's been overtaken by the Audi. That is a pass for the lead. So while we were looking at the GT race, the top spot has changed hands in the race.
Look. Kind of tucks to the inside. Slots up the outside. Now, on the outside edge is the best traction. The BMW doesn't have a chance. The Audi is way past before he can even possibly respond.
And as you can see, has left Muller far behind.
It's really impressive. These cars... Oh, no!
What is that?
No, that's not normal, and that's not spray. That was oil coming from under the car.
Potential trouble for the race leader.
Meanwhile, the team car 78 has been rocketing up through the field. There's a battle right there, 4th and 3rd place. Now, that car in your picture, number 36, Guy Smith is 3rd, and that the Audi is 4th.
Does he have enough room?
At the top of the straight, he will have.
This is close. Wow. Turn number 8, 3rd place. While we watch the GTS class, let's just mention that 2nd place has just changed hands. Puro has gotten around the Muller BMW, so the two Audis now run 1 and 2 overall.
That's 3rd place overall right there. The BMW coming back in the pits, the number 42 car.
Jörg Muller actually heading back on track after visiting his pit lane. And so the tire strategies continuing to play out here as we're down to just 16 minutes left in this event. Now the track drying and beginning to see pit stops for slick tires.
Car
Here's
number
the 2nd place car.
Yeah, what did he put on now?
Let's get an update. Martin Haven.
Slick tires on the 78 car, slick tires on the 42 BMW. Well, guys, Alan McNish is getting very, very agitated. He's not in the 77 car. His teammate Dindo Capello is now 10 seconds a lap slower on his wet weather tires than the 2nd place car on its dry tires. 1:14 place, 1 minute 24 on the last lap. And that means that with just 40 seconds between them and some 10 minutes left to run with no team orders, McNish knows they're going to lose the race. And here is the problem. If they stop now for slicks, they will definitely lose the lead.
Oh, is the 2nd place car off.
No, there's the number 78 car. Well, they were pushing a little too hard, and he is stuck in the gravel.
Puro is off, tangled up with the Porsche of Philip Collin and stuck in the gravel trap. He's getting out.
And I think he's going to go and strangle the other driver right now. Yeah. He's saying, why? Why did you do this?
Wow.
Oh.
The 2nd place car is off with 9 minutes left in the race when he was catching the leader by 7 seconds a lap.
Man, if I were that other driver, I think I'd keep my helmet on right about now.
Their sportsmanship.
They're announcing their engagement right after the race.
That is sportsmanship.
Let's
take a look at what happened. This is down the straightaway, headed for turn 8, I believe.
That is unbelievable. Now, why that Porsche driver decided to do that is beyond me. Madness. He had no reason to go from the left side of the track over to the right. This is a terrific battle.
This race has been filled with things from top to bottom. Here is the race for the GTS lead. Wendlinger to the inside of Collins.
Oh, no, man. Andy Pilgrim just got snookered. That's all right. It's so exciting. Andy Pilgrim just got snookered there by Wendlinger up the inside. That is a place where some very dramatic passes have taken place in the past. Watch this. Pilgrim is fighting back. He is not going to give up. Andy Pilgrim is a very, very talented driver, very smart.
While we're watching this, let's just mention that when the second Audi went out, you thought that took the pressure off of Capello on the rain tires, but the BMW and Muller are running 7 seconds a lap faster than the leader is.
We're down to about 2 minutes left in this race.
That's Guy Smith, the fourth place car in the Reynard, off into the tire barrier and getting out.
Boy, how
finish there is done.
He had such a great job going too. They were running fourth place. That was just the highlight of the year for them. Now watch and see the flag stand as we go underneath right. There it is. So
one lap. There's the BMW back of the frame. Wow. Did you see him? Just caught a glimpse of him.
This is great. What a
down to 4 seconds. The difference between the two. Final lap of the race. Capello on the rain tires.
And traffic
Muller
ahead.
on the slicks. Trying to make the final lap charge here at Mosport. Here he comes, back of the picture, into the traffic.
Well, this could make up for Muller. We all remember last year his day of horror at Road Atlanta, Petit Le Mans, when he went off on with just a couple of laps to go. But look how close he's getting. Oh, it's amazing. And he's got one car between. He's got to go onto the damp a little bit, but basically now he's got a clear shot.
Half a lap to go. They're at Moss Corner, turn 5 out of 10.
Oh, this is going to be so close. And look at the Audi again, looks slow off that corner. Muller is going to get him. He will get him.
Down the Andretti straightaway. Final couple of quarters coming up. Here comes Muller looking to find a way around Capello in the Audi. It's Audi and BMW. Now down to the final few quarters as they approach turn number 8.
Under braking. Look at the BMW close. He's going to pick up a lot through this corner. Now watch him to try and take the same type of passes what just happened with Wendlinger.
Here they come to the final corner.
No, he got blocked. He's going to go to the outside and take one shot of acceleration. Can he do it?
Drag race off the final turn. Here he comes to the inside. The Audi wins.
Holy man.
Rinaldo Capello. And look at McNish in the celebration.
And you know where Pilgrim would love to put the pass on Wendlinger, the same spot where he got past, but I don't think so. That Viper looks like it's got loads of speed up the straight. He got a good launch off the hairpin. You see the back end dancing under braking. He went as deep as he possibly could, and he's closing a little bit.
Well, he could use the front bumper.
Oh, look how close they're getting.
Here they come, final corner, the right-hand lap car there. Here comes Pilgrim drawing up onto the back bumper. Wendlinger is going to hold on and score the victory for Dodge.
And the GT battle is going to be Alex Job Racing, the same winner as last year. What a great day. Look at the celebration from the crew up there against the wall. A relatively uneventful day for them, but well deserved, guys.
Bruno Lambert and Randy Popes joined the team in victory circle.
After 15 laps to the end, I was really completely without tire. The grip was gone. And when in the last lap I saw Jorg 5 seconds behind, I said, okay, I can do it. But then I found 4 cars before the corner number 3, and it was so close. I take a big risk in the quick corner also on rain tire. The car was moving everywhere, but at the end, it's done.
We had everything from a false start at the very beginning of the race to penalties to the eventual winner, the 11 lead changes, 5 safety cars, the rain, the drying track conditions, the tire strategies. What a day, and it was very enjoyable by the end of it with the Audi team coming out on top, but just barely.